I spend days on these videos, so it would be really nice if you could just check that subscribe button. It'll help me a lot, and only 7.3% of you are subscribed. So if you really want to be a rebel, why don't you just hit that subscribe button? And let's get on to the video. Origin was actually suggested by Nerox558 on Discord, and I was kind of forced to make this origin, but, help me. For the abilities we have is called Extensive Training. When you press your secondary key, you're able to shoot 5 arrows. These 5 arrows can damage mobs and spread out like a multi-shot. As I can show you here, 5 arrows were shot and they spread out like a multi-shot. For the next ability we have is called Background. Background is whenever you press your primary key, or G in my case, you can become invisible. This also activates a second ability called Perfect Eyesight. Perfect Eyesight is whenever you're under the grace of the moon, you are able to see every single mob in your area. This is very useful for when you're trying to find caves or mine shafts. For the next ability is kind of glitchy, but we call it Infinity. Infinity is in this slot, you see right here, it has an arrow. This arrow will never run out. But if you try and duplicate the arrow will actually go away. This is actually a glitch that wasn't intended, but it's quite useful. So if I can show you, if I grab out my bow, I can shoot infinite arrows. And you may be saying, hey, why can't you just pick up these arrows and gain infinite arrows? Well, yeah, that doesn't work too. If I pick up all these arrows, you'll see no increase amount of arrows. You also can't drop these arrows because or else you could give it to your friends. The only way of duplicating these arrows is by putting it in a chest or shulker box. There's no way for me to prevent this, so kind of have to live with it. Another ability is called Natural Dexterity. Natural Dexterity means that you have a permanent jump boost 2 and speed 2 buff. This can be useful for parkour and traveling around different dimensions. Another ability we have is called Short Human. Short Human is you're a tiny bit smaller than a regular human. For the next ability we have is called Precision. Precision means that you do 2 times the amount of damage with bows or crossbows. So if I can show you right now, if I am a human and spawn in some zombies, it will take about 3 shots to kill the zombie. But if I switch to Rangelf, it'll actually take 2 shots, or 1. For the next ability we have is called Light as a Feather. Light as a Feather is you never take fall damage. For example, if I teleport myself 100 blocks in the sky, I won't actually take any fall damage. Now to the cons. For our first con, as you probably have noticed throughout the video, is called Fragile. This means that you have less hearts than a normal human. This I will be teleporting myself to the Nether, and I will also be showing off 2 abilities in this Nether. So in the Nether, I have to show off 2 abilities. The first one is Dimensional Weakness. Dimensional Weakness is, as you probably have seen, my hearts went down by 2 again. This happens whenever you're in a different dimension. This could be really bad if you're fighting some enemies. For the next con we have is called Unknown. Since you are unknown to fire, you take double damage from it. So if I drop into this lava, I will die almost instantly. For our next con we have is called Puny Arms. When holding any sword in your hand, you will get a weakness effect. For our last con we have is called Raincoat. Raincoat is whenever you're in rain, you're actually not able to become invisible. That really wraps up this origin. If you want more origins in the future, click that subscribe button. And if you want a friendly community with an SMP, join my Discord. And I'll see you all later. Goodbye!